tools that I need and the training I need from you.
Have you been formally trained at all?
No.
Okay. So right now, you're out there with, I always use the recipe example, but you're in the kitchen with no recipe and you're trying to make a cake with the limited knowledge that you have. There's flour.
Yeah, it's really frustrating because, look, I'll be humble with you, but I'm a pretty smart guy.
Yeah.
In the Navy, I was a nuclear reactor operator. I had physics and math, and I'm a people person. And
yes.
I'm a smart guy.
Absolutely.
And I understand this is a business that I can make money in if I knew what the hell I was doing. So.
Yep. Well, let me put it into perspective for you, but I don't. Okay, well, let me put it into perspective for you. And again, you might have heard me say this on another video, but it's the perfect example. Do you think that baking a cake is hard? Like rocket science hard?
Of course not, no.
No. There's fifth graders in home ec making cakes, right?
Right.
But I don't care how smart you are, Mac, you're a smart guy. But if I stick you in the kitchen and I say, here's some flour and eggs and oil and whatever, make me a cake from the top of your head, are you going to be able to do it? No.
Right.
Hell no. But it's not because it's hard, and it's not because you're not smart. What do you need?
Knowledge, skills.
A recipe.
Recipe, yeah.
You don't even need skills or knowledge. You need to be able to read. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you can go out there and make the cake. But if you don't have that, you're just wasting ingredients, getting frustrated, and you're never going to get a good cake. And maybe eventually, after a long time, after wasting a lot of ingredients, a lot of time, and wanting to just fling the mixer across the kitchen and break it against the wall, you might get something that resembles a cake. And then you're still... But that's ridiculous when Betty Crocker has a cardboard box that costs $2 that has the recipe on the back.
Right.
Why would we do this to ourselves? Okay. So, I'm going to transition here. Do you think, not a trick question, just yes or no, do you think that selling roofs is really that hard?
That's a trick question.
Not a trick question. Look at the assholes that are doing it. You just told me the company came from, right?
That is the hard part of it. I've seen these guys who are not super smart people with very nice trucks.
They're killing it.
No.
Because it's not hard to sell roofs. Okay, but you have to have the recipe.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, you're paying for the recipe, but you're paying for it and not getting it. Because you're going out there and just doing school of hard knocks, right? Like you're out just trial and error. But you know what? That's costing you so much money because every single prospect that you look at and you go, that roof could be mine, that we're not getting, is costing you $1,500.
Yeah.
And it's unnecessary. That's the thing. Just like I said, there's a box in the store. Drive to the grocery store, buy the cake mix. Like, just go spend the money and make the cake, and then you're done, right? The same thing with the roof sales stuff. It's like this job. I'm telling you right now, if you have a pulse and not much else, you can sell roofs and you can make good ass money doing it.
Well, you don't have to sell it. Before we even talked, months ago, I wanted to buy every training program you got. So you have to sell me.
My first recommendation to you would be, as a salesperson, the Advanced Sales and Supplement Training Program with the Xactimate Mastery course. And that program, normally each of those courses is $2,500 a piece. And then if you do the bundle, you save $500. So it's like $4,500 or $1,600 for 3 months. And then any program you get after that, it's just $17 a month. And that's your ongoing membership to the content for as long as you decide to have access to it. You get all the updates, the additions, the Q&A in the Facebook forum, support, all that stuff, okay? So that's like, if in a perfect world, that's what I would want you to start with, because that's like, that would put all the tools in your toolkit to be able to kick ass at this job, from the sales stuff to the closing to the supplements to the adjuster stuff. Okay. But the longest payment plan that I could give you on something like that exists right now is a 5-month. And so unless I came up with something special, which I could, but I couldn't do it for the Xactimate Mastery course because that's not totally in my control. Alina Wilson made that course. I just help her sell it as part of my program because she's amazing. So that's, ideally what I would get you started on. Now, if you could only choose one of those, I would say the Advanced Sales and Supplement Training Program is going to give you the most bang for your buck from the jump. That program is $2,500 a month, or $2,500, I'm sorry. And then if you split it over 3 months, it's like $896 or something for 3 months. And that's going to get you advanced sales training. So you're going to have word-for-word door knocking approaches, handling objections at the door, getting referrals, talking to landlords, property managers, the word-for-word close, handling the deductible eating request, dealing with the bid collector, and then it's going to give you all the supplement stuff, what to do in adjuster meetings, what to say, what items to ask for an Xactimate, the email script, letters for overhead and profit, yada, yada, yada. How are you getting paid on your jobs?
35% of profit.
Okay, perfect. 35%. Okay, so let's just say, for math's sake, let's just say you've got a $10,000 job and it's 30% profitable, so there's $3,000 in profit, and you make 35% of that, so that's 35 times. Okay, so normally your commission on that job would be $10.50, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's say that you kick ass at supplements, and let's say you get a $4,000 supplement approved. So now the job is $14,000. It's actually got $7,000 in profit, and you're making 35% of $7,000 on that same job. Now your commission's $24.50. That's more than double for sitting on the computer for a few minutes with the same job.
I'm with it, yeah.
So it's super, super important. So that's why I'm saying, if you could.
And I've already wasted it, man. I emailed you back when I had like a USAA.
Yeah. Job
ready to go, and they were like, "Oh, that's good." And
USA is so easy to. So they'll pay for everything. They'll pay for everything.
I screwed it up so bad they didn't even give me overhead and profit.
Well, we're not going to let that happen to you again, okay? That's the last time we're going to let that happen. So.
Okay, good. I like that answer. I'm going to buy into the whole program and be in this network, because I imagine that's part of what's going on here too. There's a network.
Absolutely. Well, so that's the other thing. So people will always make a joke. Well, it's not their joke. They're dead serious. But they're like, hey, Becca, so now that I bought the program, anytime I have a question, can I just call you or text you? And I'm like, no, absolutely not. Because remember, I am one human being, and there are well over 1,000 contractors right now in my course, and then thousands that are not in the course yet that are emailing me daily, right?
Yeah.
So I can't be like, sure, I'll just give everybody personal coaching. I would love to, because I find it fun, but I just can't. So the forum on Facebook is where you have access to the network of there's hundreds of contractors in the Facebook group that are in my program. You can ask questions in there, get support, get help. You can find, if you wanted to go work the hurricane, right? Exactly. There's a ton of people. You can find people to, if your company doesn't work out and you want to go try the hurricane or something, you could find people doing that. You get, if you have a question and you specifically require my attention to it, tag me in the post. I'll get to it within that day or the next day, so the network is huge. People always say, I would have paid the dollar amount I paid just to be in the forum. There's that much value getting help from everybody else. So